right, on this Thursday, Christmas Eve morning, now early afternoon, as we learned this morning, meteorology is still an inexact science. Surprise, 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 I'd say to say the least, storm intensifying right over us, and many of us seeing 6 to 8 inches of snow, not only in the metro, kind of a narrow band right up and down I-80. So we're going to have a white Christmas. Again, we need an inch on the ground tomorrow morning to qualify. I don't think we're going to melt 5, 6, 7 inches here in the next 12 to 24 hours, that's for sure. We still have impacts. In fact, it's still snowing steadily in many spots, although really beginning to diminish over the western part of the city now. There's snowpack roads, there's icy spots. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of wind, but there's not going to be much melting between, say, now and about noon tomorrow. All right, as we look at some of our busy intersections, fortunately, schools are out. A lot of folks are off today, but we still have travel. A lot of us still have last-minute Christmas shopping to do, so this has been a huge hindrance, if you will, with all the snow coming down. And it's not just what's on the ground. It's hard to drive around when the visibility gets cut down to about a quarter of a mile or less in some spots. Fortunately, things are improving as the steadier snow is beginning to lift east. You can see downtown Omaha into Council Bluffs points north and east. That's where the snow is. That's where the heavy snow is. Again, as we kind of look at our super enhanced snow calculator here, this shows where snow from the lighter pink into lavender about a ½ inch to an inch an hour, locally from 1 inch to 2 inches an hour. And most of that is pushing into west central parts of Iowa now on up to the north and east. You can see it's still going to be snowing for a few more hours here, so whatever you got on the ground probably had another at least 2 or 3 inches to it, because from Omaha, where we've got about 6 to 8 inches on the ground, it does go from about 6 to 4 as you go to the west. So probably a good 5 to 8 inches total into west central Iowa through the afternoon there. All right, as we check out our impacts once again, there's the snowpack roads, very slick conditions and melting. That's going to continue as we head through tomorrow morning here. Temperatures cold enough to keep it on the ground at 29. Liquid equivalent, way more than any computer model was suggesting. About a ½ inch of liquid in some spots, even more than that. That translates again to about 5 to 8 inches of snow. You can see temperatures on the cold side in the upper 20s to low 30s, but it is going to diminish. As we put the computer forecast into motion here, you can see light snow and flurries continue. I think the additional accumulation, though, should be pretty limited, and then just cloudy. Colder tonight, so we could see some refreeze or a lack of melting, to say the least. And then our forecast for tomorrow does warm up a little bit on our Friday. So our going snow forecast, again, you get outside of the metro, northwest or southeast, it's 1 inch or 2, obviously locally 7 to even 8 inches here in the metro, and we'll probably expand that a little bit to the northeast into parts of Iowa. So light snow and flurries diminishing, eventually the snow ends. So not much additional accumulation. Temps steady in the 30s down to 26 for the forecast tonight. Tomorrow we get a break. It's actually going to be pretty mild for Christmas Day. Maybe a little drizzle toward tomorrow evening with temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40. And this may be optimistic with all the snow on the ground now. And then maybe a little bit of a mix Friday night and Saturday. Right now, most of that time frame should see temperatures just above freezing. And then the big show may be coming Monday into Monday night. Once again, we are looking at the possibility of a wintry mix or several inches of snow. Stay tuned. We're still about 5 days away. That may actually be a more impressive snow event than what this one was. So that's saying something, but again, a lot can change. And with all this active weather, you're invited to download Snowcast. It too is playing catch up. Last check, it was up to about 5.5 inches. So it's done a pretty good job, but it's been a tricky morning as a meteorologist.